If you ever wanted to know who humility personally slapped into common sense, just find Lara. Because after Kunle packed his bag and left the house, Peace also carried its Ghana must go and followed him. From that day, the only thing left in Lara's house was ring lights, regrets, and one confused herself who had seen too much. Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is the part 2 of the story. If you have not watched part 1, please click on my channel to watch the part 1 and come back for the part 2 so you will understand the story. Every morning, Lara would kneel by the bed, crying like a generator that refused to start. God, she wailed. I said husband, not a goat. How did we get here, Lord? Even the herself was tired of the drama. One morning, she sighed and said, Madam, if you are finished crying, can I mop the tears on the floor before they stain the tiles? Lara just glared, sniffed, and shouted, Go and bring tissue. Philosopher of poverty. Without Kunle's salary and love allowance, reality hit Lara harder than Lagos traffic at 3rd Mainland Bridge. Bills began to gather like choir members waiting for offering time. She called her landlord, Mr. Agbaje. Sir, please, I will pay soon. Just give me small time. The man laughed. Small time? My dear, you've been saying small time since February. It's October. You want to turn my property into a prayer camp? She sighed dramatically. Oga, I'm an influencer. I'm just waiting for a brand deal. The landlord adjusted his glasses. Influencer? You influence who to pay rent? That day, she realized influencing cannot influence NEPA. Lara deleted her Instagram and sat on her bed like a philosopher of failure. She called her old friend Ronke. Yes, the same Ronke that turned Kule into an angry goat. Ronke, everything don scatter. Kunle left. My rent don expire. My followers have unfollowed me. Ronke hissed through the phone. Ah, Lara, sorry I have moved on. My husband and I relocated to Canada. Lara's jaw dropped. Wait, Canada? How? Ronke giggled. That powder I gave you, it was for obedience, not transformation. Maybe your goat case was network problem in the spirit. Before Lara could shout, the line cut. That day, she stared at her ceiling fan and whispered, Father Lord, if sense was money, I'd be the richest woman in Lagos. Lara humbled herself and started job hunting. She sent out 50 CVs and finally got one response from a small tech company in Yaba. Her first day, she arrived like she was going for a red carpet event. Full makeup, long nails, heels that could poke heaven, and perfume that could raise the dead. Her boss, Mr. Idara, looked her up and down and said calmly, My dear, this is an office, not a wedding reception. Come back tomorrow dressed like somebody who came to work, not to trend. That day, humility entered her bloodstream. She returned the next day in flat and a simple dress. She started learning, taking notes, coming early, leaving late. 2 years later, Lara has transformed. No ring lights, no filters, no drama. She had peace, purpose, and a new wig from Yaba Market that didn't need validation. Then, one hot afternoon, someone walked into her office. She looked up and froze. It was Kunle, the same Kunle that had once stunned goats, now back to full man, wearing a fine suit and looking like God's favorite Excel sheet. They stared at each other for 5 full seconds. Lara, he said softly. Kunle, she replied, trying not to choke on her shock. You work here? He asked. Yes, brand manager, she said proudly, flipping her braids like a reformed queen. He smiled. Wow, that's impressive. Lara laughed awkwardly. If you told me years ago I'd be working 9 to 5, I would have said God forbid poverty. But here I am. Poverty taught me customer service. They both burst into laughter. For the first time, there was no pride, just peace, awkward joy, and a faint smell of redemption. Later that evening, they met for coffee. Lara stirred a cappuccino like a woman stirring destiny. Kunle, she said quietly, I can't undo the past, but thank you. The things you told me before, they finally entered my skull. Kunle smiled. I always knew you had potential. You just needed to see it yourself. She laughed, and it took a gold transformation for me to realize it. He grinned. At least you learned the hard way, literally. They laughed until the waiter joined in without even knowing why. Whether they got back together or not, one thing was clear. Lara had finally upgraded from soft life queen to sense life queen. The end. Moral of this lesson is don't marry beauty, marry vision. Beauty fades faster than leper lights. Love is not about control or submission. It's about growth and grace. If you must add spice to your marriage, let it be laughter, not powder from friends and bag. Pride is like pepper, small but enough to burn down the whole soup. When love leaves, let sense enter. Don't block progress with pride and powder. Social media fame fades faster than NEPA lights. Wisdom, however, is always rechargeable. If someone corrects you, don't hiss. Just say, God, teach me to collect sense in peace. And finally, if your friend says, trust me, this powder works like magic, run faster than DSTV price increases. Thank you all for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel, and remember to click on the notification bell so that when I post good and interesting stories, you'll get notified. And please, before I go, remember, make yourself the priority and never let anybody bring you down. Till I come your way again with my next story. Ciao!